Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of August in the areas of love and relationship. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. We're gonna start with your spirit animal oracle card, and you have two cards that popped out while I was shuffling. So one of them is number 17, Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. And number 7, Bee Spirit, sweet results await. So this is a very pretty much like an energy of manifestation. So when you kind of have the Crow Spirit, some of you might be kind of feeling in the air the vibe that something is happening. Some of you might be seeing signs. This is kind of like pretty much aligning your thoughts with whatever you want, and making sure that you are very grateful, you think very positively, and it is also telling you that you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. And you have the Bee Spirit as well. That's kind of confirming it, that sweet results await. Something very nice, something very sweet is coming into your life, something that you worked very hard for. Like, think about a bee, how busy they are, flying around and just working on making that honey. So this is kind of what the energy, you've been trying to manifest something, trying to work hard on something, and I think you're going to be able to see signs that your manifestation is coming to life. But let's see what the tarot is telling us. In the center of your reading, you do have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a court card, can be a person, your energy, or just the energy of the card. She is somebody who's very smart, logical, very wise person. She kind of follows the data, follows the logic, and she is very outspoken. Whatever she thinks, she says it loud, even though it might hurt people. She is somebody who's protecting herself. She is somebody who's been through a lot of difficulties, a lot of pains, a lot of breakups, divorce, and she is kind of protecting herself from happening that again. But she is all about clarity. Look how she's seeing in the future. She sees things clearly now because she has the clarity what she needs in order to move forward. The first card in your reading is the King of Wands. Very interesting that both of these court cards showed up for Leo as well. So if you have strong Leo placement in your chart, or you're dealing with a Leo, definitely pay attention to that reading. So King of Wands can be a person, your energy, or just the energy of the card. He is somebody who's very he has like a personality that draws you in. He's very charismatic. He is somebody who is kind of like the sexiest of all of the kings. He is a very warm-hearted person who likes freedom, who likes adventures, who likes to kind of new things. He's kind of like an entrepreneur who is trying to try new things in life. He is somebody that although he's a very loving and a very fiery person, but he doesn't like to be he doesn't like it when somebody is too clingy, or somebody who wants to kind of tie them down. So that's kind of the energy we're talking. He's a little bit of a player to a certain degree. But you also have here the Two of Wands, which is the card of planning and decision. This is the card when you kind of made your next plans, and you have to make a decision. But this card also has this feeling in it that whatever you achieved so far is holding you back to discover the world that's lying ahead of you. Definitely indicating that something that you're kind of at the fork of a road where you need to make a decision which way you want to go. Some of you need to choose between two people, maybe, if you have two people interested in you. Some of you need to make a decision whether you want to be single or you want to be in a relationship, or something to that nature. But I think you're going to have the clarity to be able to move forward, because I kind of love it that both of them are looking into that direction, which is the future. And you also have here the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is the card of waiting, analyzing, examining things. When you're kind of wondering, okay, I've been putting a lot of effort into this. Is this gonna bring the results that I want? Are my dreams coming true? It's kind of like when you, let's say you're single, you've been kind of, okay, I put a lot of effort into dating. Am I gonna meet the person that I want? Or you've been in a relationship for a long time with somebody and you're like, okay, is this heading into the right decision? But this is also connected to manifestation. This is the card when you waited for a long time for your manifestation to come in, and that's when you're actually achieving it, when that seed that you planted is turning into something blossoming, right? You kind of have this sweet results await and co-creating with spirit, which is very much connected to manifestation. The next card we have here is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a court card as well, so can be a person you're dealing with, or it's just your energy. As you can see, he likes the freedom. Look at that horse being like a wild horse, somebody who kind of likes to go on the beats of their own drum. So definitely somebody who is kind of going to their thoughts, going to their after their head. This person is somebody who is, if it's a person, this is somebody who likes the new adventures. Like this person is a total player from that perspective. Like this can be somebody who comes in for a hot date and then moves on very quickly. But again, it can be also just being adventurous, being like, trying out new things. For some of you, it can be also an indication of a trip to an exotic place. Maybe that's where you kind of get the clarity. Maybe you're going on a cruise where you're going to get the clarity that you need. And you also have here the Knight of Pentacles. Again, if you have a Leo in your placement or you're dealing with a Leo, definitely look at that reading. Because I do remember this was coming out as well. So Knight of Pentacles can be a person, your energy, or just the energy of the card. This is kind of like somebody who is making their plans, putting a lot of effort into the plan, and kind of like a very slow progress. This is kind of like the energy when almost nothing is changing. But actually it does. It's just a very slow moving energy. But this is generally an indication of a long-term successful relationship where you can rely on the party. Like this is kind of like a very loyal, very reliable, very stable relationship. If you're single, I think you can definitely expect something like that coming into your life. Or if you are already in a relationship, that's an indication that this is a long-term relationship. I kind of like the fact here that you have this symbolism of these seeds that you need to make sure that you are sowing those seeds. So maybe there's some kind of a seed that you need to plant, something, maybe an idea, maybe a first step into a direction. But there's definitely with the Seven of Pentacles and with the Knight of Pentacles of this card, you kind of get that sense. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because that's an indication that the reading helped you. And you can also help me to grow the channel to make sure that the message gets out to those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a button. And I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. Only a very few % of people subscribing. So I hope you're going to be one of them. And I'm always very excited to see in the comment how this reading is resonating with your life. But let's continue. So your reading continues with the Six of Swords, which is beautiful because it means that you are leaving something behind. You're leaving the troubles, you're leaving the difficulties behind, and you are arriving to calmer shores. Again, like, some of you might be going on a cruise, right? Like a boat trip or some sort to an exotic location. Maybe Africa, I don't know, just from the lions. But this is also like, it's all about leaving something behind and just moving on. Some of you might be physically moving as well. And the next card we have here is the Magician, which is all about unlimited potential, which is all about manifestation. It's a sign that you have all the ingredients, you have all the abilities to create the life that you want. You have the beauty, you have the personality, you can pretty much get the type of relationship that you want. And this is all about manifestation. And the Seven of Pentacles is also indicating that your manifestation is coming to life. Pretty much what we had here in the Animal Spirit card, which was kind of talking about co-creating with spirit and sweet results await. So I think you definitely can see your manifestations coming to life. And you also have here the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is leaving something behind that's no longer serving you, and you are going into this new direction where you are trying to find your true happiness. So this can be some of you leaving a situation behind, a relationship behind, solitude behind, something that's no longer serving you, and you are actually on your way to find your true happiness. Before we look at the bottom of the deck, I kind of like the fact that most of these cards, the figures on it, they either face the person, or they kind of looking to the right. You can kind of see how all of them are looking to the right, looking to the future, and they're not looking back, right? So that's something definitely to pay attention to. And you also have somebody who's kind of jumping from joy with your Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, looking to the future as well. This can be a new adventure, a new a news that's kind of exciting you as well, or you know, some of you might be kind of making some new plans as well. So definitely you can expect some manifestations coming to life. Just make sure that your thoughts are aligned with what you want, and I hope that this reading helped you, and I will be able to welcome you again.